What's going on, guys? My name's Mitch Robs, and today we have another Twine Endurance AFK builds. So we're still following Dan Envision's Twine Endurance build, so go thank Dan in the comments sections, as he put in a lot of legwork into this build, and we really appreciate it. As well as consider joining Endurance Lounge. Endurance Lounge is a Discord that we host elite endurances, and it's a lot of fun and a lot of high-level players. Come join. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Valley Amplifier today. Valley Amplifier is, how should I say it? I'm not going to say a hard amp, but it does get hit by a couple of the shitty Wargames modifiers. So one, it gets hit by Mispods. Mispods is not very fun. Mispods is a modifier where mini-bosses spawn out of little Mispods, and they track you versus the amplifier. So that's one thing you need to keep on account, and that's wave 15. The other thing you need to keep on account is wave 15 and wave 25 are smasher waves. So there's a high amount of smashers that hit on this amplifier. So those aren't very fun. As well as wave 25 is also UFO wave. So UFO will spawn in, you'll have a couple seconds to shoot it down, and when it does shoot, it'll release a mini boss on the ground and it'll destroy tiles in a 1 tile radius of where it strikes. So it'll just wreck your builds if you don't shoot it down unless you have builds specifically catered to destroy it. Or not to destroy it, but specifically catered to avoid the issue of the mini-boss, or not the mini-boss, the UFO shooting all your builds, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, so the big thing is with this amp, is we're going to have a damage/stall build with a smasher bridge and a mini-boss TP loop. So the smasher bridge is going to work by, and I'll show video right now, but it's going to work by the smashers are going to see the amplifier, they're going to charge it, and then they're going to recognize a wall on the smasher bridge, and they're going to walk up that, see the amplifier again, and they're going to smash again. So it's a little two-pronged approach, where we're going to take advantage of their AI. And the TP loop just confuses the mini-boss and makes them TP down below the amp and walk up the bridge again. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this, and please consider liking the video and commenting down below which amplifier you want next, even though I'm going in a circle. I'm going in a circle, stop asking. Just kidding. But, yeah, and consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And go follow me on Twitch and on Discord as well. My links will be in the description. Alright, thank you guys so much. Oh, also, but this is where we do the material grinds. Okay, so this amp will cost 9,000 metal, 79 traps, and it'll be 229 structures in total. We're going to be using 10 floor freeze traps, 3 different kind of wall launchers, and we're going to be using 2 of the 3 impact 2 reload 1 Dura. We're going to be using 1 2 impact 2 reload 2 Dura. We're going to be using 1 wall launcher that's 3 impact 2 reload and increased building health. Those are going to be 3 of those. We're going to be using gas traps with crit rating, double crit damage, damage, and effect duration. Those are going to be 2 of those. We're going to be using ceiling zappers with damage, crit rating, double crit damage, and durability. We're going to be using ceiling drop traps with damage, crit rating, crit damage, reload speed, and durability. That's going to be 20 of those. We're going to be using 13 ceiling electric fields with crit rating, double crit damage, durability. We're going to be using 8 wall darts. These are going to have crit rating, double crit damage, durability. We're going to be using 17 wall dynamos with crit rating, double crit damage, durability. We're going to be using 2 tar pits with all durability. The whole goal of this is to damage the regular husks and let the smashers go through. So everything else dies in the tunnels, while the smashers go through and get in a loop. So you don't have to worry about them charging anything. But, alright, let's get on to the guide. Alright, so let's get on to building Valley Amp. So Valley Amp is my C amp. If you guys haven't already, go check out my home base north, east, ramp, and beach videos. If you're following along with the series, is those all interconnect into each other's builds and stuff like that. So I know a lot of people were saying like, ooh, flingers from beach are going over here. Well, there's literally nothing here. It's valley. So of course a flinger's going to go back through that route. But they all interconnect to each other, all these bases. So the big thing with this build is it's going to be a stall / damage build with a smasher bridge / mini boss teleport loop in the back. So if we're on Valley, let's take care of a couple things. The spawns are going to be all across here and across here, right? So if we're in Valley, right, what do we have to worry about? Well, one, we have to worry about husks wanting to come up right here on this pathway. And we have to worry about husks coming up this pathway off to the left, right? So normally you don't want to really build on this little ridgy area just because it's crappy to build up of. And if you look at this, this is a nice little open area for us to build, right? We can make a tunnel within here. So our goal is to block off this side over here to the left and build a tunnel over here. So let's get started, alright? What's our pathway going to be? So we have to cover the spawns from all the way off to the left over here, where this lava bomb is, and all the way off to the right over here. So the first things first is we're going to throw these two walls up. This is important. These are going to serve as layering so that husks don't want to walk over to the right over here. I don't know why these two walls are particularly like the greatest thing since King Kong, but it is. Anyways, so we're going to come up right here, and we're going to put layers right here. We're going to put a floor, not right there, one tile forward, I want to say. Alright? So once we have that, we're going to continue forward, and we're going to place floors all along right here, all along down here, and then right here. Okay? So that's going to be our pathway right here. So the husks are going to walk right up here. They're going to walk up here. They're going to cut left. They're going to come up here. They're going to walk right here. We're going to have a floor, and then they're going to come this way towards the amplifier. And this entire left side is going to be blocked. Alright, as well as the husks over on the left spawn, they're going to come up right here. They're going to come around this wall. They're going to come follow this path right here and keep going like this. Okay? Now that we have all that placed, let's get on to actually building the tunnel. So, right here, what we're going to do is we're going to start by placing a little bit of block off and, like, part of our tunnel. Like, our block off will be part of our tunnel. But basically, we're going to place a cone here. We're going to attach a floor to it, and we're going to edit the two tiles south out of the floor. We're then going to have a low wall like this, and we're going to place the low wall against it. A low wall here, a low wall here, a low wall here, a wall with a window here, a regular wall, okay. This is going to be a regular wall as well. Behind each of these is going to be a regular wall, regular wall, regular wall. There's going to be a cone right there. Regular wall, regular wall. Okay? So now that we have that, we're going to go back to our little low wall. We're going to place a low wall here, low wall here, low wall lining all of this right here. We're going to edit back into a full wall. We're going to have full walls right here, right here, right here, all across this. And then we're going to have a regular wall right here. We're then going to edit into a low wall right here at the base of this ramp. So the pathway is going to be like this, and we want them to go up this second way. So we're just going to put a low wall right here and a floor tile right here. We're going to be able to put a wall dynamo right here and a ceiling electric field here. And this is going to be able to damage them while they're walking past it. Okay. So we're also going to place a cone right here before I forget it and facing the southwest. Alright, so that's going to be like the basis of our tunnel. We're going to have this pathway right here. And we're going to have another pathway up right here. Okay? So once we're up top here, we're just going to have a wall like this. We're going to have a kind of little pillar right here, and we're also going to rotate that and place it right here. This is just so when Smashers or like a Riot Husk comes up here, if they do make it up here, like the Smashers will make it past this tunnel because the entire goal is to get them to the amp as soon as possible so they can just make their routes on the Smasher Bridge. But it's just so that they can't cut this corner right here and just walk up this. They have to walk through this tar pit and wall launcher right here. Okay? So now that we have that, we're going to not place the traps just yet. We're going to still be doing the outline. So we're going to come right here on this little cone, or on this little circle-y piece, and we're going to make a cone. We're going to edit our cone like this just to make it easier, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? So this is going to be too high. So we're going to go 1, 2 pieces out right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 pieces out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to start at the end of this, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And at the end of this, it's going to be, or we're going to take one tile to the north, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? This will serve as lava shield, and it also is going to have our drop traps and our ceiling electric fields up there. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to continue. We're going to place a ceiling tile up on this wall launcher wall. We're going to have a ceiling tile here. And that should cover our little lava shield and our places we're going to place those traps. We also want a wall back here and a wall back here. Don't forget those two. So now that we have that, we're also going to place a couple little things over here. This is going to be, since our AFK spot's in the middle of the amp, or in the middle of the map, assassin husks are going to want to track to that. So they're going to want to come right here and come to us. So we're going to place a wall here, up against this little corner. We're going to place wall, 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 and a wall right here. And this is just going to have ceiling tiles above it. Okay? And then we're just going to place 2 floors here. We'll be placing traps on these. This is why I just wanted to get it done earlier. We'll go over all the rest of the block off later. Alright? So first things first, with this tunnel, we're going to start over here, and we're going to get our floor freeze traps. These are going to have all 1 impact, 2 reload, 2 durability, and 1 effect duration. The 1 impact is solely for breaking the impact guard of Riot Huskies easier. We're going to place them in all of these tiles except for this last one. This is going to have a tar pit in it. So we're going to go through our tar pit. Where is it? It's going to be an all durability one. And we're just going to place it here. Okay. So now that we have all of that, that's looking pretty fresh. Alright. So next, we're then going to keep going forward. We're going to come to this tile. This is going to be our ceiling or our wall dynamos. These are going to have crit rating, double crit damage, durability. We're going to place it along these 3 walls. They're adjacent walls, these low walls. So on all these little low walls, we're going to place it on this and right here. On these 2 low walls, we're going to place it here, 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 and here. Okay? So we have it on each and every single one of those tiles. And we can also place it here if we want to. I'm trying to see if I forgot any of the places. I think I got them all, actually, which is surprising first time around. Alright, yeah, so we'll place one more right there on that tile. So we'll place it here. Okay? Now that we have those placed, we're going to come right here on these 3 walls at the entrance of our tunnel. And these are going to have, what are they called? Wall darts. These are going to have damage, crit rating, crit damage, durability. I have them 133, but that's just the schematic I have. These work perfectly fine with 130s. 2, 3 there. We're going to place a wall dart right here. We'll go over the assassin tunnel layout in a minute, but we're just going to place that there so I don't forget. We're going to come over here to where this cone is. We're going to place 1, 2 wall darts. And then we're also going to place one right here and right here. So these wall darts will be able to shoot over the low walls and hit anything that gets frozen or is fumbling around in these tile spaces. And the wall dynamos will still be able to activate. Okay? Now that we have that, we pretty much have almost every single trap in here. We're just going to place a 3 impact, 2 times reload speed, 1 durability wall launcher right here. Another 3 impact right here. We're going to place a 2 impact. So 2 impact, 2 reload, 2 durability, if I can find it. There it is. We're going to place that here. Okay. We're also going to place a tar pit up here. This is just to catch anything that makes it up here. I have not had a single Riot Husky ever get past this tile right here, even with getting hit with a billion different random waves. I say a billion, but like probably about... I've gotten hit by 3 or 4 random waves along with the regular waves, and they've never made it past here. And that's only Riot Huskies. Everything else usually gets stopped up by this point, or this point, because the crowd control is so good. And you'll see why the crowd control is really good in a second when we start placing down all the ceiling traps. But we're then going to start placing our ceiling electric fields, alright? So we're going to grab our ceiling electric fields out. There's going to be 13 of them, and they're going to be crit rating, double crit damage, damage durability. All right, so we're going to place one right here. This is just going to be able to zap anything that comes right here. We're going to place 1, 2 here. We're going to place 1 here. 1 here, and 1 here. Okay. Now that we have that, we're going to come right over here. We're going to place a ceiling zapper here and here. And as well as right here. These are just going to be able to zap anything that's right here and anywhere inside this part of the tunnel. And mainly because if we put ceiling drop traps here, they're not going to be able to proc and hit anything. We're then going to come all the way over here, place 2 ceiling electric fields here. We're also going to place 1, 2, and I think I messed up. I think this one isn't supposed to be a ceiling electric field. I think that's supposed to be a drop trap. So let's go craft that real quick. Sorry about that. That's supposed to be a drop trap, so we're going to come right over here and place our last ceiling electric field. It's just going to be above this tile. So let's go right here, 130, boom. Okay. The rest of this is going to be drop traps above. So we're going to grab our 130 drop traps. These are going to be crit rating, crit damage, damage, reload speed, durability. I think there's only going to be 20 of these. We're going to place 1, 2, 3. We're going to line the entire pathway of this. Okay. We're going to come out here. This is going to serve as a little bit of spawn trapping. This, like, legitimately, you don't ever have to worry about nurse husks, right? So if anything walks up this pathway and starts getting hit by drop traps, the nurse husks, even if they're, like, far into the tunnel, will come back to heal them. So the nurse husks, you don't really have to worry about getting into your tunnels because they're always constantly trying to heal the things getting stopped up right here by all the drop traps. Alright, so we're going to keep on going forward. We're going to place drop traps on all the tiles that are over our pathway. Boom, boom. And I think this is where I screwed up. So this is going to be a ceiling zapper, and this is going to be a ceiling electric field. Wow, I really am a bot. I'm being real with you guys. So that's going to be the crit rating, double crit damage, damage durability. Yeah, my bad, guys. Yeah, that's going to be that, and this is going to be a ceiling zapper right here. This is just going to be to nuke down anything that gets to this point. Okay. So now that we have that, we have all of our tunnel, or our traps in our basic tunnel, right? Realistically, there's not much else to it. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to add a little pillar edit right here. So husks have to walk around that. But there's not really much else, right, to this tunnel. It's a lot of traps, right? This is 700, or not 700, 79 traps and like 150 structures in metal. So the majority of the structures we have traps on it. So it's not really a block off heavy build. But we're going to come on over here now to the left side to where our assassin husks are. And on the floors, we're going to place our 1 impact, 2 times reload speed, effect duration, floor freeze traps. So they're going to be here. And we're going to place 1, 2. We're then going to take our wall launchers. These are going to have increased building health, 3 impact, and 2 reload speeds. We're going to place 1, 2, 3. Okay. And these increased building healths are just an extra deterrent, so nothing comes over this way. We're then going to come behind these, right? Oh, never mind. We still have to place the ceiling traps. Alright, so we're going to come on over here. And we're going to place crit rating, crit damage, crit damage, effect duration, ceiling gas traps right above these floor freezes. So if these wall launchers have already procced and there's something that's frozen right here, these ceiling gas traps will absolutely just destroy their lives. Alright. So now let's go behind these. So we're going to come into this corner, and we're going to place a floor down. We're then going to edit this little tile piece out, right? And you might be like, why? It's just going to add a little bit of layering here. We're going to place a wall behind it, and then we're going to place a cone facing the southwest. We're then going to place 2 floors right here behind those 2 wall launchers and take the tiles out to the south. We're going to place a ramp right here on this tile, and we're going to place a cone facing the southwest on this tile. And we're going to wrap these in walls, except for on the natural terrain side. We're then going to take a step behind it. We're going to do the same thing, edited floors right here, with the 2 tiles to the south taken out. This is going to be a ramp facing the south. This is going to be a cone facing the southwest. And those are going to be wrapped in walls. Okay. We're then going to come up to the top of this little ridge, and we're going to add 2 floors right here. If you notice, I can't walk through these floors. Husk can't either, so this is considered a layer. And then we're going to place another 2 floors right here. All right. So that should be the layering on this right side, or on this west side. That should prevent the husk from doing it. And when we get to the lava amplifier and start building it, you'll see that assassin husks want to come to this wall too. So I have like a healing wall launcher here that just boops them down to right here, and they have to walk all the way up here again. Okay. So we've done our layering on our left side. Let's do our layering on the right side. Now we're going to come all the way over here. As you notice, the lava bomb doesn't hit our stuff. That's good. We're going to come right here, and we're going to place 3 walls right here. And we're going to come to this edge of this little like corner. We're then going to place a cone facing the south behind each of these. And we're going to just edit and bend these in, right? One towards the southeast, one towards the southwest, just to complete it off. We're then going to place 1, 2, 3 walls behind it. And that's all the layering we're going to need on this right side to prevent them going up this ridge, right? Because it's so far out of their pathway, they would have to go, instead of going straight and then up that ramp, they would have to come all the way over here to the right. And they don't have like a viable path up here, so they have to go through this edited floor, they'd have to go through this cone, they'd have to go through the wall, and they'd have to go through this wall, and then they'd have to go through 3 more layers, so they just rather go straight. Okay? The other thing we're going to add on this right side is we're going to add a little bit of layering. This is going to prevent the flingers from beach south to come all the way over here and want to beat through this, as well as it's going to prevent flingers from coming all the way over here for valley and trying to like break through and stuff like that. So we need to place this wall. I don't know why it's gone, if I'm being real with you. This was from beach, and you guys saw me place it for beach, so I have no idea why it's just missing. But this is just going to have heals builds attached on it. That's really weird. Why is this wall missing? Like, go back in the beach video and tell me if I screwed up placing this wall, because I guarantee I didn't. Huh. That's like one other thing, right? Check your endurances occasionally, because I went back over here, and after I did the video, I haven't touched this since, right? Except for upgrading it. I went over here, and all my traps were missing. Don't really know why that is, if I'm being real with you guys. Oh, someone either followed or subbed. I don't have the pop-up notification up, but thank you. Okay, so now that we have that, that's so weird though. Why do traps and structures just disappear like that? But anyways, we're going to come right over here to this double ramp to the south of Beach South. We're going to come up 1 tile, and we're going to place 1, 2 walls, and we're going to place a wall right here, right? Or we could just do it like this. Right, and this is going to prevent them from walking through here and being able to throw towards your beach amp, and as well as it's going to prevent the valley side to go towards beach and try to throw. Make sure you upgrade this all to tier 3. I have to make that note every single time, but some people are going to forget, and they're not going to do it, and it's not going to work well. Okay. So now that we're done with that, right, we just have to worry about the amp design, and valley's pretty much done. All right, so we're going to come over here to the amp, right? What's our idea with the ramp? With the amp, we're gonna do something similar to what we did for ramp amp, and we want the smashers to charge off of our little smasher bridge towards the amplifier, and recognize the walls up here and keep doing that loop over and over again. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start right here. We're gonna place this floor. All right. If you notice, we take them at a diagonal towards the amplifier. We don't have them going straight at it. We have them at like a little bit of a corner, so they hit this corner piece right here. And they just like charge here, and then they walk back again. That's important, right? So we're going to try to replicate that on Valley, and we're going to place this floor tile here, right? We're then going to come over 1 more tile. We're going to edit a floor with the northeast tile taken out. We're going to come over 1 more floor. All right. We're going to go a floor to the south. Another floor to the south. Hold on. I think we're going to go over 1 more tile like this, actually, and get rid of this. Okay? Yeah, that's more like it. So they're gonna, instead of wanting to walk all the way over here, walk around, and then come right here, they're just gonna want to charge off right here at the amplifier, and then walk all the way around again. And the reason they're gonna do that is because when they come out of here, out of our tunnel, they're gonna charge out from right here at the amplifier because they see the amplifier, and that's their first thought. They want to charge the amplifier if they see it. All right, so once they've charged the amplifier, they're going to think, all right, what's the nearest wall that I can hit? So if there's any walls within 3 connection tiles like this, so with anything with 3 connection tiles with this wall, they're going to charge that wall. So the connection tiles that we're going to have are going to be up here. So we're going to edit a low wall like this, and we're going to place these 2 tiles here. So once they charge out of this, they're going to want to hit these 2 walls, and their pathway to hit those walls is way over here. Once they unsee the amp, they're going to come back here, and they're going to see the amp again. They're going to want to charge it. All right, so that's like the basis of the Smasher Bridge design. So now that we're going to do that, we're going to stand on top of the amplifier, and we're going to make a circle around the amplifier with these low walls. We're going to stand on these. We're going to place a low wall here, a floor here, and a low wall here. So this also serves as a mini boss TP loop. The mini bosses, if you get a wave 5, will come right here, freak out a little bit, and either teleport to the ground and walk the bridge again, or they teleport to this platform and then teleport to the ground again. So usually they'll just get stuck in a TP loop, and they're never going to actually hit anything. Okay? So now that we have that, we're going to add a little bit of structures around our amplifier. Okay? We're going to edit a little half archway like this, and we're going to place it up against this low wall on the north side. We're going to edit our walls into a what's it called, an archway like this, and we're going to place it on the east and the south side. Now we're going to leave this west side blank, and the sole reason for this is they just break this anyway, right? Even if we did this archway, or we did this what's it called, or we did this half archway, they're going to break this, and what they do is they hit that, and they kind of like bounce off of it and hit this left one, and then the bridge breaks. Without this, they don't hit either of them, so they just hit right here, and then they walk back. So we don't want that one piece right here. Okay? We're then going to add some pillars as support. In case some weird crap happens where this floor breaks, we just want some extra support for this, so we're going to add a pillar right here, a pillar right here, and a pillar above this one on the east side. So I'm going to break this real quick. Okay? And then we're just going to fully tier 3 all of this, right? And this should be Valley Amp. That's all the structures in it. The main thing is, well, I mean, I guess we can add this too, right? If you have flinger problems, which I'm going to suggest you do this, you can add these 5 tiles right here. And that flingers won't be able to throw from over here. But I don't think these are entirely necessary. I'm going to test it and see if they're not necessary or not, but I'm pretty sure they're not necessary. So if you guys don't want to place those, be my guest. But if you have flinger problems where they walk over here, place them back. So I'm not going to place that, and I'll test it and see if they're not necessary. But yeah, that's going to be the end of Valley. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, leave a like on the video and consider commenting down below. Tell Dan thanks, because I think this build's sick as hell, right? You don't have a tremendous amount of block off in the back half over here, like a lot of builds, and you also realistically like are using a pretty effective damage tunnel that's not going to fail, right? Unless you have like low tech score and low trap durability, like eventually if it gets hit enough that will, but like the stalling and the damage potential out of this is huge, and it doesn't kill the smashers, so you don't have to worry about smashers wrecking your shit because they're coming to the smasher bridge. So I do hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll add like something in somewhere about showing off the bridge, probably in the beginning of the video, and stuff like that, showing off the bridge, the TP loop, and stuff like that. But I thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is also the amp that gets hit by UFO and mispods. If mispods hit, realistically, they walk over here and they just kind of stand because they're tracking you, not the amplifier. If mini bosses hit, they do the TP loop, and on UFO, you want to shoot that shit down, right? Because they'll just target the tunnel and blow everything up, and you don't want that. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. Join Endurance Lounge, join my Discord, watch my Twitch. Peace.